as understood by Kabbalah, the mystical underpinnings of spirituality that undergird all Jewish practice and belief, not Madonna's Doofy cult. The Torah is the physical manifestation of GD's will. The rabbis tell us, GD looked in the Torah and created the world, Zohar 2-161, Bereshis Rabbah 1-1. This means that our experience in this world is based in the Torah, not the other way around. It means, for example, that the concept of parents exists because, in the Torah, there exists a commandment of, honor your father and your mother, rather than the commandment existing because parents exist. This essentially means that the Torah is, in fact, GD's literal word, or, if you prefer how I described it above, the physical manifestation of GD's will. This is a very, very deep question that is difficult to answer in a couple of paragraphs on Quora, but what I've given you should suffice to start your journey towards understanding these concepts on a much deeper level. Some Jews believe this, but I strongly believe that the majority understand that this is a theological concept not meant to be taken literally, despite the fact that our liturgy includes a statement that, this is the Torah which Moses placed before the people of Israel, from God's mouth to Moses' hand. There are many things to consider, but I will mention just a couple. 1. The Torah refers to God in the third person, using several different names. 2. The Torah contains many contradictions. For example, Genesis chapter 1 says that man and woman were created simultaneously, whereas Genesis chapter 2 says woman was created later, and if you read how Joseph was carried off to Egypt, you cannot escape the conclusion that it is a blend of two versions. Was Joseph left alone and stolen by a passing caravan, or was he sold? In 2 Kings, it appears that the book of Deuteronomy was discovered during the reign of King Josiah, which indicates that it was not part of the Torah before that time. There is no proof that it was written at that time, but many people suspect that it was. On the whole, I find Bible study much more interesting when you recognize that it is an anthology with multiple points of view rather than a single unified work.